What if I told you that one of the oldest spiritual texts in human history holds the secret to immortality, not metaphorically, but literally? That buried beneath layers of myth, mistranslation, and time itself lies a message from a being who claimed to transcend death, travel between dimensions, and shape civilizations. Welcome, seeker of hidden wisdom. Tonight we journey into the shadows of forgotten knowledge, into the emerald tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. Not to be confused with common alchemical tracts or medieval interpretations, these mysterious tablets are said to be written by Thoth himself, an immortal sage, god, or extraterrestrial, depending on which mystery school you consult. Their language is cryptic, their wisdom cosmic, and yet they've remained largely hidden, dismissed as myth by the modern world, but revered by initiates for thousands of years. But what are the emerald tablets really? Why have they been protected, suppressed, and reinterpreted across cultures and epochs? And most importantly, what message do they hold for you? In this exploration, we'll peel back the layers of history, decode the esoteric metaphors, and uncover the spiritual technology embedded in Thoth's words. We'll see how these ancient truths apply not only to the macrocosm of the universe, but to the microcosm of your own soul. Because if you're watching this, it's not by accident. There are no coincidences on the path of awakening, and the emerald tablets may just be the next key you've been waiting for. Alisti, oh man, to the voice of wisdom. List to the voice of Thoth, the Atlantean. Emerald Tablet I. To understand the emerald tablets, we must first travel back, not just thousands of years, but to a time before recorded history, into the mist-shrouded echoes of a lost world, Atlantis. Thoth, the author of the tablets, introduces himself not as a mortal scribe, but as an immortal being from this advanced civilization. In the tablets, he claims to have lived through the fall of Atlantis, escaped its destruction, and carried its knowledge into ancient Egypt, where he helped build the foundations of what we now call civilization. He is known by many names. In Egypt, he was Thoth, the ibis-headed god of writing, wisdom, and magic. To the Greeks, he was Hermes Trismegistus, thrice great Hermes, master of the three parts of the universe, alchemy, astrology, and theurgy. To occultists and esoteric scholars, he is a bodhisattva, an interdimensional initiate, or even an extraterrestrial guardian of truth. The emerald tablets attributed to him are distinct from the more commonly cited emerald tablet of Hermes, which is a brief alchemical verse. Instead, these tablets, written in a poetic, channeled form, comprise 15 separate texts, each detailing spiritual laws, cosmic history, and transformative practices. They are said to be composed of a mysterious, indestructible green material and to emit a frequency beyond human comprehension. But where did they come from? The version most of us know today comes from a translation by Dr. Doriel in the early 20th century. He claimed to have discovered them hidden beneath a Mayan temple in South America, where Thoth had concealed them after Egypt's decline. According to Doriel, he was given access by ascended masters, beings of light who served the evolution of humanity. Whether literal or symbolic, this origin story places the tablets outside the realm of normal archaeology and into the sacred domain of initiation. So what do they teach? Unlike many religious texts, the emerald tablets don't demand worship or blind belief. They offer a blueprint, a technology of the soul. Through symbolic language, they speak of astral travel, energy centers in the body, the law of vibration, multidimensional realms, and the ability of human consciousness to evolve beyond death. They describe Earth as a school, a realm of polarity and illusion, where the soul must awaken from forgetfulness and reclaim its divine origin. Thoth speaks of the halls of Amenti, an inner realm where time collapses and ancient beings sleep between incarnations. He speaks of the children of light, the hidden initiates who guide humanity across ages. He even warns of shadow forces, parasites of energy, who feed on fear and ignorance. Many dismiss these tablets as fantasy, but those who study them, really study them, begin to notice strange synchronicities. Dreams become vivid, symbols come alive, ancient truths echo within. That is because the language of the tablets is not linear. It is initiatic, encoded with vibrational keys that unlock deeper understanding over time. Philosophically, the emerald tablets embody the Hermetic principle, as above, so below. As within, so without. They teach that the universe is mental, that thought precedes form, and that mastery begins by mastering the self. They are not a map in the ordinary sense, but a mirror. And for those ready to look into it, they reveal far more than history or myth. They reveal yourself. As the ancient Hermetic axiom states, a man is a star bound to a body, until in the end, he is freed through his striving. This striving, the great work, is the path the tablets illuminate. But how does one walk it? And what secrets lie within the lines themselves? Let us now dive into the heart of the Emerald Tablets and decode their teachings for the modern soul. Man is in the process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Emerald Tablet 3 at first glance. The Emerald Tablets read like poetry, mystical, repetitive, almost hypnotic. But beneath the surface lies a deeply encrypted system of knowledge. This is not metaphor for the sake of metaphor. Every line is a seed, planted in the subconscious, waiting for the right moment to awaken. Let us begin with some of the foundational teachings that echo through the tablets. 1. The law of one and the illusion of separation. Repeatedly, Thoth asserts that all is one, that the light, the darkness, the stars, the earth, even time itself, are expressions of a singular source. He calls it the infinite light, the flame of all, and that which is. Know ye, O man, that all space is filled by worlds within worlds. Tablet V in modern spiritual language. We might call this unity consciousness the field, or source energy. Science now hints at this truth through quantum entanglement and the holographic nature of reality. The physical world is not real in the ultimate sense. It is Maya, illusion, a projection of consciousness into denser dimensions. The Emerald Tablets call us to awaken from this illusion, to stop identifying with the body, the ego, the fleeting drama of this life, and to remember our true nature. We are light beings, eternal, unbound, and sovereign. 2. The halls of Amenti and the mystery of death. One of the most enigmatic symbols in the tablets is the halls of Amenti. Thoth describes this place as a hidden dimension beneath the earth, where time stands still and ancient masters dwell in suspended animation. But deep in the earth's heart lie the halls of Amenti, far beneath the islands of sunken Atlantis. Tablet 2. This realm is both literal and symbolic. It represents the inner planes, the subconscious, the underworld, the womb of death and rebirth. Thoth speaks of voluntarily entering the halls to renew his immortality, undergoing trials, and being reborn with cosmic wisdom. He implies that death is not an end, but a passage, one we can learn to master. Esoteric traditions around the world, from Tibetan Buddhism's Bardo Thirdal to Egyptian Book of the Dead to modern near-death experiences, all echo this. What we call death is simply a shift in frequency. The true initiate does not fear death. He learns to navigate it. 3. A living transmission. Perhaps the most startling feature of the Emerald Tablets is not their content, but their effect. Countless readers over the years have reported dreams, visions, initiatory experiences, and even altered states of consciousness after engaging deeply with them. This is not accidental. The language itself seems alive. Its rhythm, its phrasing, its structure, it functions like a spiritual algorithm. Some researchers have suggested the tablets were encoded using cymatics or sacred harmonics, a way of transmitting frequency through text. In this way, the Emerald Tablets are not simply read, they are activated. But how do we apply these teachings in our modern world? In the next section, we will bring the tablets into the light of daily life, showing how their truths can elevate consciousness, awaken purpose, and transform your reality from the inside out. Man is a flame bound to a mountain, yet in him is the power to dissolve the stone. Emerald Tablet 7. It's one thing to read ancient wisdom and feel inspired, but how do you live it? How do cryptic verses about cosmic laws and shadow beings translate into daily choices, relationships, or inner peace? The Emerald Tablets were never meant to sit in the archives of occult enthusiasts or mystics in ivory towers. They are tools for transformation, for liberation, for evolution, and their power lies not in belief, but in embodiment. Here are 4 direct, practical interpretations you can begin applying today. 1. Master your vibration. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you indulge radiates a frequency. You are a tuning fork, constantly broadcasting and attracting. The tablets emphasize this truth over and over. A man is in the process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Grows he as time passes, ever upward into the realms of light. Tablet 3, what you focus on, you magnify. If you live in fear, you feed the lower realms. If you anchor in gratitude, courage, and stillness, you align with the light. Application. Start each morning by aligning your vibration. Meditate for 5 minutes. Breathe deeply. Visualize your body glowing with light. Speak aloud, I am one with the flame. I create from truth. Monitor your internal state during the day like a scientist. Catch yourself when you slip into fear, gossip, doubt. Don't suppress it, transmute it. Shift your breath, speak light into it. You are the alchemist of your inner world. 2. Face the shadow with awareness. The dark brothers of the tablets are not just ancient entities or alien intelligences. They are also the unseen forces within you, the parts you suppress, deny, or fear. Open thou the way to the power of light hidden in thee, that thou mayest arise to the sun. Tablet VI. The path of initiation demands that you confront these shadows, not with shame, but with clarity. To see them is to weaken their hold. To embrace them is to transmute them. Application. When triggered, whether in anger, jealousy, insecurity, don't flee your project, sit with it. What is this showing me? What part of me needs light? Keep a shadow journal. Record moments of reaction and trace them back to their roots. You'll uncover ancient wounds, false identities, and beliefs that no longer serve you. Then, bring them into the flame of consciousness. Let them dissolve. 3. Align with the rhythms of the cosmos. Thoth speaks often of cycles, the rising and falling of civilizations, the turning of cosmic ages, the tides of the soul. List ye, O man, and take of my wisdom. Learn ye the secret that is master of time. Tablet X. We are not separate from these rhythms. When we align with cosmic timing, moon phases, planetary movements, solar cycles, we reclaim forgotten power. Application. Begin tracking the moon. Notice how your energy shifts between new moon, beginnings, full moon, release, and quarter moon's adjustment. Big decisions with solar or lunar portals. Keep your creative life in rhythm with nature, not in resistance to it. You are not a machine. You are a being of cycles. Learn them, and life becomes flow instead of friction. 4. Live in service to the light ultimately. The greatest application of the tablets is this. Use your life to anchor the light. Seek ye to lift up the hearts of men, and thus shalt thou find glory and light. Tablet 13. This doesn't require a temple or robe. It means living with integrity, speaking truth even when it's inconvenient, and radiating peace even in chaos. It means being a light bearer in your family, your work, your neighborhood. It means seeing the divine in the cashier, the beggar, the enemy. It means protecting the earth, not out of guilt, but reverence. Application. Each day, ask yourself, how can I serve the light today? Maybe it's listening deeply to someone in pain. Maybe it's refusing to participate in gossip. Maybe it's praying for someone who hurt you. These acts are not small. They are spells. They reweave the matrix of reality. The emerald tablets are not fantasy. They are a mirror, showing you what you could become if you dared to awaken. If you truly believe that you are not just a fleeting form, but a spark of the infinite flame. And it begins now. In the next section, we'll explore modern controversies and scholarly views, asking the question, was Thoth truly an ancient Atlantean master, or a 20th century myth cloaked in mystery? A truth is but the child of inquiry. Even light must pass through shadow to be seen. Emerald Tablet interpretive line, as stirring and transformative as the emerald tablets may feel, they are not without controversy. In fact, no other text that claims to bridge Atlantis, Egypt, extraterrestrials, and inner alchemy has drawn such a sharp divide between spiritual seekers and skeptical scholars. So let's enter the fire of scrutiny, not to burn the mystery, but to illuminate it from another angle. The authorship question, was Thoth really the author? The tablets themselves claim to be authored by Thoth, an Atlantean priest, king who ruled over Egypt for thousands of years. He supposedly recorded these teachings and sealed them in the Great Pyramid, where they were later discovered. But most mainstream scholars trace the origins of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean, to one man, Dr. Morris Doriel, a 20th century mystic who claimed to have translated the tablets after being led to them by a secret order of beings called the Great White Brotherhood. Doriel's version first appeared in the 1930s, deeply influenced by the esoteric revival of that era, alongside the teachings of Theosophy, Hermeticism, and early UFO lore. Skeptics point out that there's no historical or archaeological evidence that such physical tablets ever existed. and certainly none tied to the real Thoth of ancient Egyptian mythology or Hermes Trismegistus of Greco-Egyptian tradition. So, is it a modern fabrication, a brilliant work of metaphysical fiction, or a true channeling from an ancient intelligence? The answer, as with all esoteric wisdom, may lie between the lines, a fictional work with timeless truths. Even if Doriel authored the tablets himself, what then? Is truth bound to origin? Great spiritual texts, from the Bhagavad Gita to the Book of Enoch, have murky histories. Many were written anonymously, channeled, or compiled across centuries. The value of a text lies not in its provenance, but in its power to awaken. And the Emerald Tablets, fiction or not, have undeniably done that. They've inspired mystics, healers, spiritual coaches, and seekers across decades. They've predicted energetic shifts, spoken of the misuse of power, and echoed quantum ideas long before science caught up. Some argue that the tablets contain archetypal truth, symbolic wisdom encoded in myth and metaphor. Much like dreams, they bypass logic to speak directly to the soul. Echoes in other traditions. Scholars have also noted that many of the ideas in the tablets are not new. They mirror concepts from Hermeticism, as above, so below, and the principle of mental transmutation. Gnosticism, the idea of fallen beings and the spark of divine light within humans. Hinduism, the illusion of the material world Maya and the soul's journey toward liberation. Tibetan Buddhism, light-body transformation and multidimensional existence. Alchemy, inner transmutation as the path to enlightenment. In this light, the Emerald Tablets may not be historical documents, but psychospiritual maps, crafted in a symbolic language for initiates across time. So what should you believe? Belief is not required, only discernment. Ask yourself, does this awaken something in me? Does it lead me to truth, to light, to action? If it does, use it. If it doesn't, leave it. That's the highest form of spiritual autonomy. The Emerald Tablets may not pass academic scrutiny, but they do pass the test of spiritual fire for millions. They are not meant to be studied with microscopes, but lived with your entire being. In the final section, we'll explore exactly that. Man is in the process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Emerald Tablet Akras V. This is where the journey shifts from theory to transformation, from symbols on a tablet to fire in your bones, because the Emerald Tablets were never just meant to be read. They were meant to initiate you, to call forth the dormant light within you, to awaken the God being that has been waiting silently behind your human mask. So let us walk together into the final mystery. How do you live the Emerald Path? You are the Philosopher's Stone. The greatest misunderstanding of alchemy was always this: that gold and lead were mere metals. That transmutation was about wealth. But the true alchemist knew the stone is you. The dense, heavy, confused lead of the ego must be refined into the radiant, incorruptible gold of awakened consciousness. The tablets speak constantly of the fire within, the eternal flame that never dies. This is your soul spark, the fragment of source that animates your being. When you remember this, when you identify with the flame instead of the form, you shift dimensions, not physically, but vibrationally, energetically, soulfully. You become a being of light living in a world of shadow, no longer imprisoned by time, by fear, by illusion. This is the true ascension, not floating into the sky, but rising inward, burning away everything that is not divine. The laws you must embody the tablets don't just reveal secrets, they demand transformation. To walk this path, you must live by certain laws. Master fear. Man is only what he believeth, a brother of darkness or a child of the light. Fear is the anchor of density. Release it and you rise. Speak truth always. Your words shape realms. The tablets say, speak and the winds shall obey. But only when your voice is aligned with source. Serve the whole. Thoth warns of those who use knowledge selfishly. Power without love leads only to ruin. The true initiate uplifts all life. Practice inner silence, the still in the silence. Hear ye the voice of the soul. Meditation, contemplation, inner stillness. These are the gates through which wisdom speaks. Guard the flame. The fire within can dim through doubt, distraction, or deception. Protect it like a sacred altar. Feed it with truth, beauty, and courage. The Emerald Path is not easy, and that's why so few walk it. It asks for everything. Your ego, your attachments, your false stories. It calls you to stand alone sovereign, illuminated in a world that worships shadows. but in return it gives you everything, not riches, not fame, but something infinitely more valuable, remembrance of who you truly are, of what you came here to do, of the eternal being behind the mortal name. Your final key in Tablet 15, Thoth says, man is in the process of becoming that which he was before he was man. This is the key. You are not here to become something new. You are here to remember what you've always been. A flame, a creator, a fragment of the infinite, a child of stars wearing a skin of dust. So ask yourself now, what if this was all true? What if the tablets were not a myth, but a mirror? Would you dare to look? Would you dare to remember? Because the emerald tablets don't just reveal hidden knowledge. They awaken forgotten divinity. And once that fire is lit, nothing can stop it. You are no longer the seeker. You are the light. You are the key. You are the